Its way, looking forward back inside of the near corner. Movement. Below the goal line, it'll go as Spence takes this one back. Spence working it with a new stick in hand. Moving its way up from Mešár out of the zone. It'll go a little bump down there against circle. Stop. Passing it over. Loose in front. Gaudreau looking for it. Rakoff with it. Rakoff waiting. Moving this one over right wing side. Shot. They score. Power play goal. And it comes on the lead. With
possession from the Kitchener Rangers, moving it around. Rakoff holding on. And the pass across for Chalet.
Left circle. It'll go. Mešár. Moving it over right wing side for Mo2. This one lost in front. Erie trying to put bodies on it. Taken away by Messier. He'll send it off the mid-glass to the blue line, but not out. Outside of the right circle it goes. Top of the left circle back. 12:40 left to go here in the first period. Here's Rakoff. Narrow side. Back below the goal line it'll go. Rakoff bottom of the right circle. Driving toward the net front. That one just a little too far back for Mešár as the fans get it going here. Chalet battling against the near wall. He's got the only goal in this game so far. Below the goal line, it'll go. Messier chases it to the wide wall. Messier, legs taken out from underneath him. This one finds its way back into the play to the blue line. Sauter got a piece of it, moved it in for Chalet. Collected at center ice by Matthew Schaefer and back into the neutral zone. Rakoff cycles it back into the defensive end as this one's moved forward. Collected at center. It is picked up by Mešár. Sent back in for Kristevich. Blocked in front. Finding its way right wing side. Moved toward the net front. And that one just a little too far for Mešár. Rakoff over to Kristevich. Flapjack. Puck finds its way in front of the net. Shot in. Kicked away. And Femus will be able to send this one up.
And Parsons. Femus did brilliantly to get away. Parsons with a massive stop.
Erie will look forward back inside of the defensive postseason in the OHL. As Sam Alfano and Dylan Edwards were chasing Dallin Wakely of the North Bay Battalion. I believe they are tied now, at least Dylan Edwards, for top goal scorer in the OHL playoffs. Who would have thought at the beginning of the season?
A couple of extra games as well for potential for Dylan Edwards to have at that milestone. He's been so unbelievable.
Brought in now, worked over, left side, Chalet, they score! Edward Chalet! Rangers as Chalet collects his second of the night.
What a shot from Chalet. Not tied up for long as Edward Chalet. Big part of the win on Friday. Great feed to find him, and Ben Gaudreau position here. That's why he gets beat at his near post. You see him almost, he's been really solid. Relatively quiet trade deadline for Kitchener, but the acquisitions they made have made impacts.
The Edwards goal gets announced, but not before this game gets back to a one-goal deficit. And Erie will look forward back inside of the neutral zone. Working its way back below the goal line. Centered back shot just wide of the net for Carson Rakoff. And for the Erie Otters, they're forced to look for this one back inside of the neutral zone. Caleb Smith back below the goal line. The battle for it back here. 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in period one. Into the neutral zone, Mešár. As an Otter
at the level I think that many people would expect the Rangers have liked their game so far, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, just give them a little bit of a preview, not the full taste. Inside of the corner, this one will go as Erie looks for it. And we get it.
Got to kill off the first half of this and then reassess at the break, but tough time to take a penalty.
Johnson will fly in with speed here. Offside.
Locker room, reassess and get going again.
Sent down the length of the ice on a clearing opportunity as it'll find its way back below the goal line. Movement forward as Kristevich leaves it back, finding its way forward. It'll go from the right wing side. Mešár in. Mešár, top of the right circle, back to the blue line. 30 seconds left to go here. This one finding its way top of the blue line. Kristevich with it. Kristevich over left wing side for Chalet. Back it'll go for Kristevich. In at the right wing side. Movement back, Chalet toward the net front, and that one goes back below the goal line. Final 15 seconds of this period now. Chalet moving, this one down in front. Back it'll go, Rakoff, absorbed shot, and what a gutty.
Letting it fly for Kitchener and Messier, not a...
Kristevich brings this one forward as it finds its way across center. Moved in, gotta be careful back here, Mešár creating a little bit of havoc. Erie will look forward, top of the left circle, it'll go. Kristevich taking this one. Top of the left circle, sent back below the goal line. It's Sop. Looking forward back inside of the near corner. This one moved up top of the circle, back below the goal line. 20 seconds left to go on the Erie Otters kill. This one worked over left wing side, and a shot that misses wide of the net. Forward from the right wing side. Johnston, up it'll go left wing side. Chalet in the area looking for it. Below the goal line it'll go. Johnston. Up for Silva. Got to be careful. This one up in the air. Played by a high stick lacrosse style by Carey Terrance. Leading it forward and out of the zone from the right wing side. Couldn't connect, and this one will find its way down for an icing. 16 minutes, and Erie will lead this one up and out of the zone as they'll battle for it into the offensive end. Malcolm Spence at the blue line. Spence finds one in front, and that one goes up into the air. Parsons had to make a ready-react save as Malcolm Spence found an Easter egg left over.
What a great job by Brett Brissett to find a way to get that puck to Malcolm Spence. Wasn't much there, created a look.
Erie will look for it up the near wall as this one finds its way out of the zone. Movement back in through center and below the goal line. It'll Reed. Mešár plays it forward, and this one works in for Rakoff. Rakoff got it through the legs of McDonald. Shot back below the goal line, and Erie will recollect it as this one finds its way down. Erie back into the offensive end. Bruce McDonald beats the icing call. Looks for it back in the near corner. McDonald to the blue line for Davio. Davio through traffic, and that's a good pickup for Mešár. Leads it forward for Tanner Lamb. Lamb in front. Oh, and a great save by Gaudreau. Ben go it forward. Up and in, it's Carey Terrance and Malcolm Spence as they send it below the goal line. Terrance looking for it. Terrance wanted to feed this one down cleanly for Spence. Couldn't do so as this one moves its way up the wide wall. 12 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in period number 2. Erie trailing by a pair of goals as the Rangers threaten inside of the offensive end again. Below the goal line, that's a nice swipe by Schaefer, and it turns it into an offensive break the other way. Malcolm Spence in. Terrance sets the screen. Nice shot for Spence. He'll recollect it top of the right circle. Send it in and wide. Across the halfway mark of this game with a 3-1 Kitchener lead. Brissett will take it top of the right circle. Spence wanted to get the rush going. Back at the blue line it'll go. Kept into the zone by Rakoff. Rakoff sends it below the goal line. Mešár moved back below the goal line. Silva just quick flutter pucks down one. Creates some pressure offensively. Top of the right circle. Carey Terrance coming in for support back here. Smith. Schaefer wanted to step up after, and this one will find its way out to neutral ice. Worked in right wing side. Rakoff back into the corner. It'll go. Rakoff up against the near wall, stuck with this one. 9 minutes left to go in the second period. Chalet on the offhand up for Cameron Reed. Reed, Smith on his back. Reed moving it off the back wall, takes an odd bounce, centered it back for Chalet. Worked up, Mešár shot, stuck in through traffic, and into the near wall it'll go as it finds its way out of the zone for Misiak. Martin Misiak recollecting it, working it over for Smith. Smith with a shot, and that one blocked up and in below the goal line. Misiak centered back Smith, and a great save, but it leaves it back for Femus as that one hits off of the skate of Mešár and finds its way out of the zone. Erie will bring it in. Here's Davio. Davio had an edge. Might have got a slash. Right in front it'll go. And taken away by Mešár with 25 left to go on the 4-on-4. Alfano with it. Alfano below the goal line. Alfano up the near wall. Back for Carey Terrance. Terrance riding the net front. He scores!
Down the wall, bottom of the circle, cuts in front. Really good backhander for Carey Terrance. You felt as if the Erie Otters had to have the next goal in this hockey game.
Back in, this one will find its way. Molnar takes a knuckle puck toward the net, picked up cleanly back in, and up against the near wall it'll go for Rakoff. Rakoff leads it out of the zone. Johnston keeps his possession as Molnar gets it over. Misiak with it. Misiak with Chalet on his back. To the blue line. Johnston rebound in front. Molnar reloads the gun back over for Johnston. Over to the left wing side. Misiak in front. Top of the right circle. Erie patrolling in front. Loose. This one finds its way to Silva. Back below the goal line. Henry sends it off of the side of the net. And a delayed penalty. It was a perfect weekend for a global phenomenon that won't happen until, Trevor, our great-great-grandkids, if they're living in Erie, will get to experience. That one held on to by Gaudreau. That's 21-44 for the next block. You know, if you're Kitchener, you're also going to need one more to see if you can put this one away for good. But for Erie, It's just one goal. You've got to start mounting some offensive pressure, Erie. No shots on goal just yet here in period number 3. Chalet brings it in as this one finds its way into the near corner. Moved up for Brissett. Out of the zone it'll go. Carey Terrance, who has the last goal in this game. Top of the left circle below the goal line it'll go. Terrance looking for it. Terrance battling with Mešár here. Brett Brissett will take it. Back at the blue line it'll go. Moving its way in. Terrance tried to play it off the angles game. And a penalty due up here to the Kitchener Rangers for interference.
That starts to develop off of just an innocent shot from the blue play. You get bodies going in the net. That time Terrance with a good chance, and there you see Mešár.
Bottom of the right circle. Malcolm Spence through traffic. That one blocked. And the Rangers have got a lot of room to work with. Filip Mešár fresh out of the box brings it in. Mešár, oh, and that is form-fitting, perfect defense. Out of the zone, it comes in with speed for Mešár. Down for Chalet. Chalet driving the net front. Great save. Gaudreau still loose in front. And out of the zone, he takes it. Chalet plays it to himself. Chalet over right wing side. Top of the right circle, it'll go. Andonovski moving and shooting as that one jumps up high. Brusevich over for Mešár. Mešár moving, shooting. Where does it go? It's stuck in the body of Owen Johnson. Regulation. Mešár with it. Below the goal line. This one played up top of the circles and out of the zone it'll go. Forward it'll go in. Brusevich with it. Left side, Mešár. What in this series against the Kitchener Rangers at large. Again, this is the 12th meeting of the season. As that one's just kicked off of the leg of Parsons. 12th meeting of the season, 6th time it's went to overtime. And here comes Filip Mešár in. Mešár, top of the right circle, throws it in net. Gaudreau dropping the draw one, back behind by the Erie Otters. Move forward, Malcolm Spence leading the rush. Spence in below the goal line. Spence gives this one back for Carey Terrance, throws it on net. Back at the blue line it'll go, held in by Johnston. Below the goal line it goes. Terrance up along the near wall looking for it. Motu as it's taken by Spence. Spence below the goal line, cycles this one down for Caleb Smith. Mešár takes it, Smith sends it back below the goal line again, and the Rangers will pick this one up. Mešár. Raykoff sent Motu. Motu brings it in. Below the goal line, back for Mešár. Oh, nice check down there for Owen Johnston. Chalet, top of the left circle it goes. This one goes below the goal line. Johnson looking for it. Johnston taking his time as he's got Mešár on his back. Mešár trying to dig away at this one, finding its way to the blue line out to neutral. Going to look to bring it out. Won't be able to. Now he will be able to. And the Otters have numbers moving up the ice. Top of the right circle, down for Terrance, shot. And that one deflected back below the goal line. Up it'll go.